Hello, welcome to Morris Money, where we give you stock tips in under 5 minutes. I'm your host, Willie. Today, I'm talking about if Axsome Therapeutics is a safe stock to buy right now. Upon first glance, Axsome Therapeutics doesn't exactly sound like a candidate for being a safe stock to buy today. At present, the biotech has no approved drugs nor any revenue, nor does it have much cash on hand or any major collaborator to keep it afloat. So how could this possibly be safe? The short answer is that all of the above is likely to change for the better, and it all boils down to one subtle clue that was discovered recently. Axsome Therapeutics is developing a handful of medicines that are intended to treat illnesses like narcolepsy and migraines. Its drug, AXSM is its flagship program, and it's being investigated in a late-stage clinical trial for its usefulness in helping treat Alzheimer's disease, as well as in another trial for smoking cessation. Per an SEC file on April 19th, the company assented to a set of post-market requirements proposed by the FDA pertaining to its drug AXSM, which is intended to treat major depressive disorder. The fact that the FDA is asking for specific things to happen after the medicine's debut on the market means that regulators are highly likely to be planning to approve the drug. It also might lead investors to wonder if Axsome Therapeutics is a safe stock right now, not to mention a growth stock with huge potential. But let's also talk about some of the downsides to Axsome Therapeutics. Despite the positive preliminary news regarding AXSM, there remains a small chance that the company will struggle to meet the FDA's requirements for approval, which has been a problem for it in the past. Most recently, the FDA rejected its drug AXSM intended to treat migraines as a result of issues with the manufacturing data the company submitted. But the issues with AXSM aren't likely to be severe enough to be the end of the road for the project. At this point, it's hard to imagine an obstacle on that front with the AXSM program that would totally destroy its share price, though a similar stumble would likely do a bit of damage. Regardless of the approval state, one other issue with Axsome is that it doesn't have much cash compared to its expenses. While its total debt load of $49.7 million is manageable, as is the amount of current debt due within a year, it looks like something will need to give for the company to pay its expenses for this year. Even if the FDA gives AXSM its stamp of approval, actually commercializing the therapy to the point where it yields more money than it costs to produce might take a couple of quarters, but getting to the approval could deliver a boost to its share price. But the last time that Axsome Therapeutics needed cash, management issued new shares, diluting existing shareholders in the process. At the moment, Axsome Therapeutics looks a bit safer than most of the high-risk biotech stocks out there, thanks to its likely approval for AXSM and its collection of late-stage pipeline projects, though it might need to take out new debt or issue new stock to bridge the funding gap between now and when it starts to realize profits from sale of its medicine. Assuming that it does, it will remain in good shape. Still, the above doesn't exactly make Axsome a desirable stock for conservative or risk-averse investors. Its marketing, manufacturing, and distribution abilities are still entirely unproven, as is its general ability to operate profitably. Likewise, at present, shareholders have little indication of what management plans to do with the anticipated windfall from any newly commercialized drugs. Therefore, even if it's a safe biotech stock to buy, it probably isn't a safe stock to buy in a more general sense. So, if you're comfortable with a moderate amount of risk that looks like calm waters compared to the traditional turbulence of biotech stocks, I think it's reasonable to dive in and purchase a few shares, especially seeing as the market's been down right now. Let me know what you think below. Axsome Therapeutics is one of those stocks that I've had on my watch list for a while, and seeing as the market's been selling off recently, as it's had over the past couple months, but it's definitely picked up now, so I'll definitely be looking into Axsome Therapeutics and possibly creating a position. But let me know what you think about the stock below. Please don't take this video as financial advice, and thank you for watching Morris Money.